Good morning for this second day of lives. I've had to go earlier today since I have a meeting in about 15 minutes, so I'll keep this within the length of time that I have in the past. So, when we think about vocation, what's evoked in you? So I'm just going to say the word a couple of times and let you feel what resonates in your body. Vocation, vocation. So someone that I listened to talks from a while ago was Barbara Marx Hubbard, and she used to use the word vocationally aroused. So where are you very vocationally aroused? Where do you want to put your time, your energy? And it could be, what is your passion? So let's start to warm up the body and take these into a brief exploration. Again, you can have your journal off to the side, your drawing materials, anything, clay, anything that helps you shape your express what, you're not quite sure, which may be just under the surface, or maybe it's even deeper. Maybe you can't quite put your finger on it. So that's where the arts are really useful in giving a bit more clarity. So as we warm up the body, I'm feeling moved to kind of, brush my energy a little bit, come back to my body, so a little tapping. Now you may have a whole different way you like to warm up. You might like shaking your joints. Sometimes you just like shaking your big joints to get moving. I at least got a bit of a swim in this morning, so I've had some movement in the body. But whatever it is, just give yourself a moment to find the best way for you to really enter into your movement practice. So I'm just standing up to give a little bit more fullness into my body, or really feel my weight. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to feel. So when I put out the word again, vocation or passion, and I don't know necessarily like to always use the word purpose, because sometimes we get stuck on a purpose, and sometimes it becomes tunnel vision or limiting. So we want to have a little bit more space around it. It's not just, one particular defined area, although it might be. So where do you feel in your movement, in your body, a vocation? And of course, in some ways, as I'm moving my body, I'm feeling my dance and my movement vocation, as it's always spoken to me in my life, and it's been in many forms. So perhaps you're following me, and dance and movement are your vocation. But perhaps you have a completely different vocation. Maybe you feel in your body, what kind of setting where you want to be using your energy in your work. Maybe there's something about being with young children or being with older adults. Maybe something about working in a certain element, like working in the water, or, working outside. Maybe there's or being outside lots. So maybe that's part of your vocation, or maybe your vocation is around anything you can do to help with our planet, any particular focus on an ecological system. Like the other day, I signed up for, sort of Hagen, which is the word for turtle in Guam, to sort of protect the turtles. So the turtles have become very important to me as I've been living here and diving. So as you explore in movement, what are you noticing in your movement? And sometimes it's great for you to just videotape these so you could look at it again and see what you're noticing in your movement. So you witness your own movement stuff and see what new information comes through about your vocation. So in some ways, I'm feeling my reach, and I'm feeling that my vocation is extending out more. So there's something about extending out more that is my vocation, but still always coming through the center. So there's some movement and dance element that's coming through for me right now. Yours might be completely different. And it could be you want to take on something a little bit smaller. Maybe you need just a little small action with your vocation. One thing you can do. So what's like an actionable step to test out this vocation? To test out if you want to put more energy into this area. And so because I have a very tight schedule this morning, I'm just going to finish up this live quite early and bring back down to the camera and just say, it's just a way to play with another theme in your life. What's your vocation? Where do you want to put your time and energy? What really brings out your aliveness? What connects with your passions? And there's so many pathways, doorways, gates, whatever you want to use as your metaphor to step through. So, and explore. And remember, it may not always be, you might uncover one layer of it and then say, oh, no, that's not really for me. I'd really like to do this. So it's also finding that clarification. So thank you. There's so many things to explore here. And I hope that you find this useful. So many blessings for a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world.